All right, that's the way to go. You know what? We are proud to co-sponsor this rally here today at CFACT, which I serve as president, and stand with people that understand Wyoming belongs to its ranchers and farmers, its people, its wildlife, and not to out-of-state developers and their ugly wind turbines, right?
We've got surrounded by wind farms. I mean, if you look in Commerce County right now, between the farms that are there and the ones that are proposed, it's 200,000 acres. That's a lot. And then this pronghorn showed up, going to be half of it on state land. That was enough for me. So I said, I'm gonna gather people up, and we're gonna change this.
I've concluded is that this is very possibly one of the biggest land grabs in our country that America has ever seen.
Now, Chris Ledoux sings of our western skies, of wide open and unobstructed vistas, and of our prairies and our starry nights, of a landscape filled with an abundance of wildlife and birds. This is the Wyoming we love and enjoy. We may have an abundance of wind, but is Wyoming available for sale to the highest bidder? Energy for sale may be the sign at the state line, but is it the end cost to Wyoming too high? Will our grandchildren, if they choose to stay here, ask us, why didn't you try to save the beauty of wildlife of Wyoming?
I have not only made a difference, I have been forced to sue the Bureau of Land Management for failing to tell the Wyoming public about environmental assessments they've done on wind energy just north of Laramie. I've been on the front page of Politico representing my members. I now have filed a federal lawsuit simply for the right to have public access to public information about dead eagle data just north of Laramie that goes all the way to Medicine Bow. I was humble. I only asked for 3 projects out of 28. 3. And they said, it's a trademark secret. We're gonna give you redacted documents. I'm sorry, that's against the law.
I said, well, I'm in Cheyenne at the state capitol today doing a wind route to keep wind out of Wyoming. Oh my goodness, we can't have wind in Wyoming. That would just destroy my view. And furthermore, I like to go to Jackson Hole. I don't want to be dealing with that when I go to Jackson Hole, which caused me to look something up. You know how many permitted wind development centers there are in Teton County? 0. Do you know what? I love this. I hate AI, but I used AI just to make a point. Do you know what AI says? The reason there are no wind turbines in Teton, industrial scale wind turbines, word for word what it says, in Teton County? Because the conservation and zoning regulations are stringent enough to keep them out. And then it says, but in order to meet the green initiatives of Jackson Hole, we are happy to announce that we pull electricity in from wind turbines in Idaho Falls. Whoa, do I feel a lot better.
Put in another way, you're talking 2 to 4 square miles versus 700 to 900 square miles. My friends, this isn't green energy. It's green greed that's coming to this state, right? And that's only part of the story, because it also is going to impact your wildlife.
My involvement with the issue all started because of a map I found misleading. The experience led me to a simple question. If it is difficult for landowners to understand the location and scale of a single project, how can anyone understand the cumulative scale of all the projects being proposed across southeastern Wyoming? Today, there is no single map of the combined footprint of the major energy and industrial projects proposed across this region. As Wyoming citizens, we have a responsibility to be good stewards of this land and to carefully consider the legacy we leave to our future generations. Today, we are asking our elected officials to step forward, look at the full picture, and help lead an honest discussion about the cumulative impacts of industrial development across southeastern Wyoming.
All right, are we going to accept a wall of wind that despoils over 100+ miles of our landscape? Are we going to let our eagles and our environment suffer from these wind towers? I don't think we will. Together we can stop it. We're looking forward to working with you at CFACT. God bless Wyoming. Keep the faith.